Hello tiny house and off-grid people, and welcome to video 5.1 in the series making our own free diesel out of waste plastic. Yesterday I ran the machine with its first full load and the results I got weren't exactly what I expected. I found several leaks in the machine. Those leaks are contributing to a loss of pressure, and the lack of insulation means that I can't achieve the 350 degrees that I need to achieve to get diesel. I'm achieving 300 degrees, and that's enough to get a waxy paraffin type rust preventative goo that I've no doubt will be useful, but it's not what I'm looking for. The test run uncovered one or two issues that I'm going to attend to today, and Les, one of my subscribers, messaged me last night via YouTube as soon as I had put the thing up, saying what a great job I was doing, but please could I show more. He wants to see some details. In the next video I'm going to be going right through every aspect of the machine, making sure that you understand each little bit. But in this one, for Les, I'm going to show you how I'm fixing a couple of the issues that I covered yesterday. Right, one of the things I discovered yesterday was that the seam around the lid of the pressure vessel was leaking. That was easily fixed. I had a small piece of plastic jammed under one corner and it hadn't pulled down properly. The other issue I had was with this weld here. Now I have cleaned that with a wire brush and a solvent, and I've been in there with a grinder and cleaned it up so that I can weld that small piece, which I'll be doing in a moment. I've just pressure tested everything by connecting the compressed air with this hose here to the outlet, and then by closing one tap and opening the other, I was able to pressurize the entire system and squirt it with soapy water to find leaks. And I know that early on in the test, before these leaks came to light, as I opened and closed these valves, I could hear the marbles clacking as they rose and fell against the pressure inside the top of the tube here. So I know that those marbles are doing their job, and they are creating a higher pressure down here in the pressure vessel than they are through the rest of the system, and that's exactly what I was looking for. Now, since yesterday I've put a roof over here because winter's coming on and I want to keep myself dry, and I've extended the chimney out the top now. So here's an overall view of the machine. I may fire this up again tomorrow if I can get my hands on some suitable plastic for another test run, but right now I'm going to amuse myself by doing that welding job. What an excellent score. The local rugby club have got new ovens in their club rooms, and they've very kindly allowed me to throw their old ones away. So before I throw them away at the dump and get them recycled, I'll be taking the backs off and taking out the insulation. In the earlier videos I've tried to avoid all of the scouting around and looking and searching and organising and fossicking and bludging and borrowing to try and bring you faster, sharper, quicker videos. As I said earlier, this video is in response to a subscriber who's been asking me to show more, to show what's behind making this thing for virtually zero cost. Well, this is it. I'm just tying them up with bits of string at the moment. Shortly I'll wrap it with wire to hold it in place and then get the next layer on. And there you go, 20 minutes later, there's everything. I thought I just saw an old two-stroke lawnmower or a motorbike motor under here. Some kind of compressor. Not interested. Now I know what this looks like, but it's not what you think. Okay, I'm not a kleptomaniac or a collector or a thief or a hoarder or anything like that. I'm an opportunist. Now what I figure was I was offered the stoves for nothing. That got me the insulation. I took the stoves to the dump for them so that they don't have to. Win-win. And then while I'm at the dump, I meet these guys who are throwing away the endurance kayak, which is going to be great fun, and they were going to have to pay to get rid of it at the dump. So it's a win-win-win. Right, here I am again. I've just returned from the dump after getting rid of those wall ovens from the rugby club, and here's the insulation that I've got out of those two and one other stove with the domestic fiberglass pink bats that I'm going to put around the outside layer. That will be enough. So there we go, that's all I can do until I get a hot water cylinder wrap, which will finish the whole thing quite nicely and give me enough material left over to make a tea cozy type hat to fit over the top while I'm doing cooks. The other modification I've made today is add a pressure vessel for the product to go into. The reason I've done that is so that the gas can be drawn off without waste. You'll see a hole in the top here which I've drilled and tapped. Have to wait till Monday morning to get a fitting to go in there. That fitting will come up and a pipe will follow this and come down the side all the way down, and that gas will then come in and feed the burner, so there'll be absolutely nothing going to atmosphere. Well, thanks once again for stopping by. This has been Tiny House Offgrid Resources with video 5.1 in the series Making Your Own Free Diesel from Waste Oil. Video 5.1 because we've just had video 5, and on video 5 I had a comment from a subscriber, Les, in Bangor, North Wales, over the other side of the planet. He's very keen to see what happens when things don't go quite right, or when things need to be fixed, or how I actually did things. I did say to him that there's another video coming up soon with lots of how-tos and why-fors, but this is just to show him how I fixed a couple of issues that needed to be attended to. So with that out of the way, look out for video 6 coming up very soon. Video 6 will be my second cook. Be in about a week's time when I've finished this insulation job and I've run another pipe to carry the gas down to the burner so that it's not being wasted, it's contributing to the heating of the cook. So once again, if you're enjoying Tiny House Offgrid Resources, please give us a like, subscribe, buttons down the bottom in the right hand corner. See you next time in about 7 days.